Colorado High School Activities Association basketball is on Morgan County's B106, B106.com, and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Tonight from Niwot High School, it is a clash between Niwot and Fort Morgan. As we got tipped off here, they did not do a national anthem here. Niwot with the possession first and had a turnover. Now the Mustangs have done likewise at their end. We'll get to the lineups here in a minute, and that's brought to you by B&B Appliance. As Alvarez hands it off to Adams. Underneath to Chloe Mitchell, back up top, and the shot is going to be up and off the rim and no good for Giselle Sales. Rebounded by Shailene Ramirez. And then a bad pass to the other end. Turnover number 2 for the Mustangs. Dish underneath, shot is going to be up and good by Hattie Adams. Early 2-0 lead here for Niwot, as they will put on full court pressure here against the Mustangs. Marquez has the ball tipped away out of bounds, so Mustangs will retain possession. Throw it in front of their bench. They get it into Ramirez. Now off to Marquez out high, over on the left high wing. She's going to hand it off back to Ramirez. Now Taylor out on the right wing. Holds it up high, now back to Ramirez out high. Underneath to Phillips. Phillips in the lane, then kick it back out to Marquez. Marquez for the 3, up and off the side of the rim and no good. Going to be rebounded by Adams of Fort Lupton. And she brings the ball up. She's going to kick it off on the far side to Alvarez. Alvarez is going to now hand it off on the near side to Chloe Mitchell. And then a traveling violation on Giselle Sales. Turnover number 2 here for Niwot. Lady Mustangs in there. Starting lineup. Turnover again by the Mustangs. That's number 3. Cannot get past the pressure. Now to Sales into the lane. It's going to Rose. And an errant pass. Turnover number 3. Starting lineup for the Mustangs tonight is Lauren Swetzik, Shailene Ramirez, Ava Taylor, Charlotte Marquez, and Bella Phillips. Marquez all the way down, and it rolls off the rim and knocked out of bounds by Phillips. So Niwot in possession. It will be Alvarez, and she brings it up out at the high point against Ramirez. Ramirez going to dish it inside, and then that's going to be taken away by Shailene Ramirez. 2-0 here. Shailene's going to go all the way down. Layup is going to be up and no good. Going to be rebounded by Niwot, and that will be Giselle Sales. Alvarez from the left wing is an air ball, rebounded by Phillips. Then a foul underneath on Niwot. And I believe that is going to be on Chloe Mitchell. Marquez trying to break the press here a little bit. Gives it to Taylor. They got to get it up and to get it into the front court, and they do. Pass underneath the Phillips. Up and good by Bella Phillips. Nice dish there by Charlotte Marquez. Alvarez up high. She's going to hand it off to Rhodes. That shot is going to be up and good from the left side by Peyton Rhodes. Mustangs facing pressure here. The ball's going to be tipped away. Turnover number 4. Into the hands on the far side to Alvarez. She's going to go underneath to Sales. Now she's going to kick it back out. Now there's going to be a foul called underneath on the Mustangs. I believe that was on Charlotte Marquez. That will be her first, team third. Or excuse me, team first, excuse me. Shot is going to be up and good by Giselle Sales. Shailene Ramirez pops from the free throw line, up and good for Shailene Ramirez. 6-4. Niwot. 3:45 to go here, first period. Layup is going to be up and no good. It really never hit the, got up more just kind of was tipped away. Now a foul is going to be called underneath. I think that's going to be on Ava Taylor. That'll be her first. Inbounds. Shot is going to be up and no good. Going to be rebounded by Kiera Jimenez, who is in the game for the Mustangs. Shailene Ramirez, once again, she's going to pop off the side of the rim and no good. Going to be rebounded by Adams. Adams into the front court now to Chloe Mitchell. She hands it off to Rhodes. Rhodes from the free throw line is going to be, shot is going to be up and no good, but she was fouled on the shot. And that will go against Lauren Swetzik. That will send Peyton Rhodes to the line to shoot two. That's off the back of the rim and no good. Fort Morgan starting lineup was brought to you by B&B Appliance and Repair. From refrigerators to vacuums and everything in between, they have exactly what you need and service it too. That free throw is up and no good. Going to be rebounded by Shailene Ramirez. Into the hands of Swetzik. Shot is going to be up and good by Kiera Alleman, who's come into the game for the Mustangs. Layup was up and good from the left side. Tied up at 6 here with just under 3 minutes to go, first period. On the near side to Adams. Then underneath, and that's going to be a travel on Niwot. So turnover number 5. Into the game is going to be Peyton Johnson, along with Hazel Awesome. Get it in to Ramirez. Picks up her dribble, now back to Swetzik, to Ava Taylor. Back to Swetzik on the right side. She's going to drive it all the way down, and it's going to be off of Niwot and out of bounds. So the Mustangs will retain possession. 2:37 to go here, first period. Bella Phillips comes back into the game for the Mustangs. Lauren Swetzik will take a seat. See who's going to. Alleman will trigger it in for the Mustangs, right baseline of their basket. As they get it into Ramirez. Ramirez loses possession. Turnover Mustangs. Awesome on the left wing, now up top to Mitchell. Awesome from the corner, and that's going to be up and no good. She gets her own rebound. Shot is going to be up and no good. Going to be rebounded by Phillips. Ramirez picks up her dribble. She's got to get it to somebody. She does finally get it to Bella Phillips in the front court. Hands it back off to Ramirez. Bounce pass to Jimenez, and she goes down and nothing called. So turnover number 6 for the Mustangs. 6-6. 2 minutes to go here, first period. In the corner now to Johnson. Shot is going to be up and no good. Going to be rebounded, taken away by Kiera Jimenez. And then a foul is going to be called. See if that's going to be on Chloe Mitchell. That will be on Mitchell. That is 2 on Mitchell. Kiera Jimenez comes out. Charlotte Marquez back into the game for the Mustangs. Marquez back to Ramirez. Ramirez for a three. Up and good. Shailene Ramirez from downtown. 5 points on the night for Ramirez. The Mustangs up 9-6. A minute and a half to go here, first period. On the near side to Sales. Her shot is going to be up and good, but that's just a 2. Marquez into the front court. And hand it off to Ramirez. Ramirez is going to stop and pop for the 3. Up and good again. Shailene Ramirez, back-to-back threes. 12-8 Lady Mustangs with a minute to go here, first period. Layup is going to be up and no good. Going to be rebounded on the far side by Johnson. Awesome is going to, her shot is going to be up and no good. Going to be rebounded by Peyton Johnson. Then she goes to the floor for the turnover. 6 turnovers now for the Cougars. Let's see who came into the game. David Taylor took a seat. Ball is going to be tipped out of bounds on the far side by Niwot, so the Mustangs will retain possession. Into Ramirez. Hesitation. She's going to hand it off. Ball was tipped. They didn't know who it was going to. First they said it was going to go to Fort Morgan. Now it's going back to Niwot. So turnover number 7 for the Mustangs. 12-8. Clock runs here, first period. 40 seconds. Sales up top to Ackerman. Going to hand it off to Sales. Her shot is going to be up and no good. Going to be rebounded by Kiara Alleman. Into the hands of Marquez. 25 seconds to go into the front court. On the far side to Ramirez. Back up top to Marquez. Marquez for the 3. Rimmed out. Swetsik with the rebound. Her shot was up and no good, but I believe she was fouled on the shot. But maybe just out of bounds. David Taylor back into the game. Alleman will take a seat with 14.1 seconds to go here, first period. Mustangs, they get it into Bella Phillips. It's like it was supposed to be to Taylor, but Phillips ended up with it. Swetsik back to Marquez. Marquez from the baseline. Right baseline going to be up and no good. Going to be rebounded by, going to be a tie-up, and that will be, possession to Niwot. – 12-8. As that is how period number 1 will end, with the Lady Mustangs in the lead here on Morgan County's B106 and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Brian Nickel back here at Niwot High School. The Mustangs lead at 12-8 as we start period number 2. We get it into Shailene Ramirez. Back to Marquez. Ramirez out on the high right wing, out of Phillips on the right wing. Feed to Marquez. Layup is going to be up and no good. Going to be rebounded by Swetsik. Shot is going to be up and good by Lauren Swetsik. Her first 2 of the night. Underneath the Sales. Her shot is going to be blocked by Taylor. And then they go to the ground, and it'll be tie up. It'll be possession to Niwot. See if we can keep track of Ava Taylor's blocks. She does have 102 blocks on the season. Shot from the corner is going to be up and good. That's going to be a 3 by Ella Zeckman. Underneath now to Phillips. Phillips in the lane. Ball is tied up for a minute, but nothing called. It's going to be off of Alleman and out of bounds. So turnover number 8 for the Mustangs. As Thalia Alvarez drives it all the way down the lane. Her shot is going to be up and in, coast to coast for Thea Alvarez. 14-13. As Lauren Swetsik into the front court, picks up her dribble now to Marquez, and she saved it on the left sideline. Now back to Bella Phillips in the left corner. Underneath to Swessick, her shot is up and no good. It's going to be rebounded by Chloe Mitchell. And then a foul in the backcourt on the Mustangs. And that will be the second one on Lauren Swessick. Alvarez passes it off on the near side to Ackerman. Madison Ackerman, or Ella Ackerman and a Zekman, excuse me. Ball is tipped out of bounds by the Lady Mustangs. Niwot will retain possession. Chloe Mitchell to inbounds. Gets it into the corner. Now she gets it back, and that's going to be a 2, I believe. That will be Chloe Mitchell for the bucket. That will be her first points of the night. Cougars now in front 15-14. Shot is going to be up and good by Bella Phillips. 4 points on the night for Phillips. There we got the score up there. Now into the hands of, that shot was up and no good by Niwot. Turnaround shot is going to be up and good. Ava Taylor with the rebound off the glass and good for Taylor. First basket of the night for Taylor. 5.5 to go, second period. 18-15 Mustangs. Bounce pass underneath. That shot is going to be up and good by Ella Zekman. Nice bounce pass underneath. It's going to be a timeout taken here. A 30-second timeout will be taken by head coach Brett Anderson. Stubbs Gas and Oil, one-stop shopping does exist. Gas, food, and all your travel accessories. Get off I-76 at exit 66A in Wiggins to visit them. So the Mustangs with a nice showing here so far tonight. 18 points for the Mustangs, 17 for Niwot. Shailene Ramirez with 8 points on the night. So it will be Mustang basketball. It'll be Lauren Swessick to inbounds. And she gets it into Alleman over on the far side. Back to Swessick, now to Ramirez. Ramirez across the front court. Bounce pass to Swessick over on the far side to Alleman. Now to Taylor. Taylor to Ramirez. Ramirez is going to lay up another 3. Up and good. Shailene Ramirez. 3 of 3 from behind the arc tonight. 21-17. Lady Mustangs. Over on the far side is Ackerman. That ball is going to be tipped and taken away by the Mustangs. Alleman's layup is going to be up and no good, but she is going to be fouled, and she'll go to the line to shoot 2. And that foul is going to be on Hazel Awesome. Be her first. So Kiara Alleman will go to the line to shoot 2. Alleman first free throw rolls around and comes out. Alleman on the year shoots just at 23%, 6 of 26. And a whole rotation change for Niwot with 4:49 to go here, second period, 21-17 Lady Mustangs. Free throw is up and good for Alleman, as Bella Phillips will come back into the contest for Alleman. Peyton Rhodes into the front court. Keeps that left-handed dribble alive. She's going to drive it all the way down. Passes underneath to Sales. Sales is in there for 3 seconds, and that is what it will be. It will be a turnover on the 3-second call. Swessick the inbounds. Get it in to Ramirez. Need to screen for it, but she does get it into the front court. Drives it all the way down, and that's going to be an offensive. They're going to call her for a travel. They could have got her for a offensive foul. She put a shoulder right into the girl, but they're going to do a turnover instead. 9 on the Mustangs, 8 on Niwot. 4:25 to go, 22-17 Lady Mustangs. Let's see if they can get win number 2 of the year against this Niwot Cougar bunch. Over on the far side, 2 Rhodes. Now up top to Sale. That shot is going to be up and no good. Going to be rebounded and finally taken away by Lauren Swetzik. Have her for 3. Now Shailene Ramirez on the high right wing. Gets it back to Swetzik. Out high now to Taylor. Shailene Ramirez going to get it off to Swetzik. She thought about the 3 and passed it off to Phillips. Now Shailene Ramirez for a deep 3, and that is going to be short. Going to be rebounded by Peyton Rhodes. And she brings it up now to Sales. Up and no good by Sales. And that's a travel on the rebound. So turnover number 9. And Charlotte Marquez will come back into the contest for Lauren Swetzik. 22-17 Lady Mustangs, 3:31 to go. Second period of play. They get it in, now back to Marquez. Marquez, left-handed dribble all the way up. She's going to kick it off to Phillips. Phillips thought about the 3, back to Shailene. Now over on the far side to Alleman, back to Ramirez at the point. Picks up her dribble, nice bounce pass underneath, but taken away by Niwot. Into the corner to Mehta. And that is going to be rebounded by Alleman. Marquez into the front court, under 3 minutes to go here, 22-17 Lady Mustangs. High left wing now to Phillips on the left wing, back to Ramirez. Ramirez is going to drive it down. She's going to pull it up and get it off to Marquez. Marquez is going to drive it down, and she is going to be fouled on the floor. See who that's going to be on Niwot. Might have been Giselle Sales. Yep, it was on Sales. That would be her first. They're not keeping track of fouls up on the board, so I guess it restarts at the end of each quarter, so they're doing good. So Alleman will come back out. Lauren Swetzik back into the game, and she looks to trigger it in. She gets it into Taylor out high. Over now to Shailene Ramirez. That ball is going to be tipped out of back. Oh, I thought it was tipped. Apparently not. Just a bad pass on the far side by Ramirez. 11 turnovers by the Lady Mustangs. Back into the contest is Peyton Johnson for Niwot. Oh, she was supposed to go out, so I'm not sure who came in. She was on the court and they had 6. So Alvarez drives it all the way down. Her shot is going to be blocked by Taylor. And then a tie-up, and that will be possession to the Mustangs. So block number 2 for Ava Taylor. As the Mustangs look to get it in, they do get it in to Ramirez, and then back to Marquez, to Taylor, but that pass is going to be intercepted going to Taylor. On the near side to Adams, up top to Adams. Now Adams in the lane. Her shot is going to be up and no good. Going to be rebounded by Taylor, her second. Into the hands of Ramirez. Ramirez down that left side. She's going to drive it down. Then her shot is going to be, they're going to call it tie-up. So that will be possession to the Cougars with just under 2 minutes to go. Minute 57, 22-17. Alleman and Jimenez come into the game for the Mustangs. Shailene Ramirez, Bella Phillips will take a seat. Lady Mustangs still lead at 22-17. As Alvarez picks up her dribble. Now she's going to hand it off to Mitchell. Mitchell's shot is going to be up and no good. Going to be rebounded by Taylor. And it's going to be taken away on a bad pass in the backcourt. Shot is going to be up and no good. Going to be rebounded and taken away by the Mustangs. Bounce pass to Jimenez. Marquez on the high right wing. Now dribbles it down the right side. Back to Jimenez. And a foul on Niwot. And that is going to be on Meta. Her first. Phillips and Ramirez back into the game. Marquez and Ava Taylor will take a seat. A minute 22 to go. 22-17 still Lady Mustangs as Lauren Swetsik looks to inbounds far side. She does get it in to Jimenez. Shailene Ramirez back up to Alleman. Alleman gets it back to Swetsik. Swetsik's going to give it to Phillips. Give and go. That's going to be a foul called underneath as Swetsik drove to the basket. I believe that is going to be on Madison Ackerman. That will be her first. So Taylor and Marquez back into the game. Alleman and Jimenez will take a seat with a minute 8 to go. And have gone on a scoring drought here on both teams. To Shailene Ramirez on the left wing, picks up her dribble. Clears a little room there. Ball is going to be tipped and finally saved by the Mustangs, but when Marquez went down, her foot was on the line. Turnover number 15 for the Lady Mustangs unofficially. It will be Alvarez. Keeps that dribble alive out top over on the far side to Ackerman. Back up top to Mitchell. Mitchell's shot is going to be up and no good. She gets her own rebound. Layup is going to be up and no good. Rebounded by Taylor. I have Taylor with 41 seconds to go. And then Marquez cannot handle the pass. Turnover Lady Mustangs. 40 seconds to go. It will be Alvarez being guarded by Ramirez over on the far side, and that shot is going to be up and no good by Ackerman. Rebounded to Lauren Swetsik. That's her fourth. And that ball is going to be tipped out of bounds by Niwot. Mustangs will retain possession. Lauren Swetsik triggered in for the Lady Mustangs. They get it into Taylor. Bounce pass back to Swetsik. Her shot up and no good. Going to be rebounded by Zekman. On the near side to Meta. Now Ackerman back up top to Alvarez. Alvarez is going to drive it in. Her shot is going to be up and no good. Going to be rebounded by Taylor. At the buzzer. So 5 rebounds in the game for Ava Taylor. So halftime has come with the Mustangs leading at 22-17 on Morgan County's B106 and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Brian Nickel back here at Niwot High School as we are at halftime of the girls contest as the Lady Mustangs lead it by a count of 22-17. Up next for the Lady Mustangs will be the final game of the season, and that will be this coming Thursday, and that will be at Skyline, and that will be a scheduled 5:30 tip. We'll see what happens. It's going to be their senior night at Skyline, so we'll see if they get started on time or not, as they were almost 20 minutes late here getting started from Niwot. But ceremonies that are very important to the kids, that's for sure, and to the parents and the people involved here at Niwot. So congratulations to those seniors that were recognized here tonight. Yes, it will be Charlotte Marquez, Bella Phillips, Ava Taylor, Lauren Swetsik, and Shailene Ramirez to start it off here in the second half. The Mustangs will have possession to start things off here. 8 minutes on the clock. We're ready to rock and roll here in the second half. Marquez into Ramirez into the front court. Ramirez picked up her Dribble back down to Marquez on the left wing, being guarded closely, picks up her dribble. She's got to give it away. She does. Finally to Taylor, now to Swessy. Back underneath to Marquez. Marquez shot up and good by Marquez right at the bucket. A nice way to start for the Mustangs. The Alvarez, she gives it off to Mitchell. Back to Alvarez. Her layup is going to be up and no good. Going to be rebounded by Taylor. That will be unofficially number 6 for her. And then the Mustangs knock it out of bounds. So it will be retained by the Cougars. Out on the high left wing, now underneath the Sails. Pass is going to be intercepted by Marquez. Shailene Ramirez, is going to kick it back out to Marquez. That's for a 3, and that is air ball. Shot is going to be back up and good by Bella Phillips as she gets the rebound and the bucket. Mustangs up 9, 26-17. Alvarez out at the point. Now cross court to Sales. Sales is going to drive it down. Shot is going to be blocked by Taylor. That's block number 3. And then a jump is going to be called underneath, and that will be possession to the Cougars. As they look to get it in, they do get it in to Ackerman. Back to Alvarez out on the high point. She drives it down that right side, going to kick it off to Sales. Sales now to Ackerman out on the left wing, back to Sales. Now to Ackerman. Oh, she's going to be tripped by Marquez. Total accident, but it will be a foul on Charlotte Marquez. I have her for 2. Cougars will inbounds 3/4 court as they get it in to Alvarez. Back up to Ackerman. Ackerman to Sales. Chloe Mitchell. Back to Chloe Mitchell. And she hands it off to Meta. Back to Chloe Mitchell, and she is going to lose it out of bounds. Turnover number 12. Second one here in this second half to get the ball in. Marquez back to Phillips. She's going to feed it back to Marquez, back to Taylor, back to Phillips. Her little jumper is going to be up and good. Bella Phillips with 8 points on the night. The Mustangs up 11, 28-17. And a timeout will be taken by the Niwot Cougars. Nice run here by the Fort Morgan Mustangs that they've gone on a 6-0 run here to start this third period. 28-17 with 5:57 to go here in period number 3. Rudy's Tires, 9 locations across northeast Colorado and Nebraska. It means there's always a location close by. Rudy's Tires brings you 10-10 preps and more every weekday. Visit rudystires.com for more. Well, nice job by the Lady Mustangs with the 6 points here to start off this third period. 4 points for Bella Phillips and a bucket by Charlotte Marquez for their 6 points in the second period, or the second half, excuse me. But they're hitting their little jumpers in the lane. They're hustling the ball up and then getting it into the lane. Ball was almost taken away by the Mustangs. Ackerman up high. Now a illegal screen, I believe, is going to be called on the Coug. No, I thought it was going to be on. Okay, it was on Phillips. I thought the way he did it, I thought it was going to be on the Cougars, but that's going to be on Bella Phillips. Her first. Now a travel is going to be called on Sales. So turnover, Niwot, as they keep the full court pressure on. And Niwot will have wholesale substitutions here. See who they bring in. They're bringing in Peyton Johnson, Ella Zeckman. Number 15, I have no idea who that is. Now, tie-up is going to be called in the backcourt. Possession to the Mustangs. So that will be a turnover by Niwot. Into the hands of Ramirez into the front court. Drives it down. Now she's going to give it off to Phillips. Phillips for the three. All air ball. And out of bounds to the Niwot Cougars. So we will just have to fill in a number. See what was 15, I guess. Turnover by Niwot. Mustangs inbounds, get it in to Marquez. Back to Lauren Swessick, back to Marquez. Into the front court, left-handed dribble. She's going to back it out a little bit. Switches over to the right hand, picks it up to Ramirez over on the right wing. Back to Swessick. Her shot is going to be up and no good. It's going to be blocked and taken away by Adams. But now they're going to kick it off into the corner to that 15. I may have that. I'll have to look and see who that is. That shot is going to be up and no good. Going to be rebounded to Swessick. Unofficially 5 for her. Marquez to Ramirez out on the right wing. And then taken away by Niwot. 19 turnovers by the Lady Mustangs. 28-17 with 4.5 to go here. Third period. Shot is going to be up and no good. Going to be rebounded by Peyton Johnson. Johnson back to Peyton Rhodes, and that is going to be good for a 3. 5 points on the night for Peyton Rhodes, 28-20. Shailene Ramirez going to stop and pop. Shot is going to be up and no good. Going to be rebounded to Rhodes, her second of the night. Rhodes going to drive it down that left side, being guarded by Swessick. That shot is off the side of the rim and no good. Going to be get her own rebound, and the shot's going to be back up and no good by Johnson. There's going to be a foul called on Niwot. I thought she put up a number 11, but I do not see a number 11. Let's see who that is going to be on. I guess it was on Peyton Rhodes. The Mustangs get into their offense here. Back to Swessick up top, over to Ramirez, to Taylor in the lane. Bounce pass. And that should be off of Niwot and out of bounds. That is going to be off of Johnson. So the Mustangs will inbounds right baseline of their basket. 3:34 to go. The Mustangs at 28-20. Swessick to inbounds. No, not a good pass, as it is intercepted. And then Niwot turns it over on the pass down court. As Kiera Jimenez is into the game. Alleman also into the game. Johnson to Swessick, or excuse me, Ramirez to Swessick, and now a tie-up, and that will be to Niwot. So 3:13 to go, 28-20 Lady Mustangs. As Niwot gets it into the hands of Peyton Rhodes. She left-handed dribble. Out at the point. She's trying to get this offense going here. Back to Rose out on the right wing. She's going to drive it in now over on the far side to Zeckman. Zeckman's shot is going to be up and good, and that was a 2 for Zeckman. 7 points for Zeckman. Niwot on a 5-0 run. Now a blocking foul, and that will be on Peyton Rhodes. Will be her second. Lauren Swessick to trigger it in right baseline of their basket. Now she looks to get it in. She does get it into Taylor. Back to Swessick from the 3 from the corner. Up and is an air ball. Going to be rebounded by our number 15. As Adams now over on the near side now, and that shot is going to be up and no good by Zeckman. Going to be rebounded. Going to be a tie-up. Nice job there by Swessick to tie it up, so that will be possession to the Mustangs. Phillips and Marquez will come in for Taylor and Swessick with 2:26 to go here, third period. Number 15 is out, and I believe Daya Meta is in as the Mustangs into the front court. Shot is going to be up and no good. Not a good shot there by Marquez. Going to be rebounded by Peyton Johnson. Three is going to be up, and that is an air ball. Tried to be saved underneath, but could not be. So possession to the Lady Mustangs with 2:08 to go. Third period, they got to get the ball in. They get it in to Phillips, now to Marquez. Marquez over on the far side to Jimenez. And then a foul is going to be called. I believe that's going to be on number 5. That is going to be Peyton Johnson. That will be her first. So Marquez, see who's coming in. Holloman and Jimenez will take a seat. Ramirez and Taylor back into the game for the Lady Mustangs. Into Ramirez as she kicks it back out to the top, picks up her dribble. And gets it to Swessick. Swessick's going to drive it in, going to kick it off to Phillips, now to Ramirez. Ramirez for a 3. Up and good. Shailene Ramirez on fire from the three-point line tonight. That is 4 of 4 for her from the three-point line. 9-point lead here as the Niwot Cougars have called a timeout. Will be a full timeout, but we'll just keep it right here with 1:44 left here, third period, 31-22. So 14 points on the night for Shailene Ramirez. I said she is 4 of 4 from downtown tonight. So nice job there by Shailene Ramirez. Better Electric, covering all electric work from residential to commercial to agricultural. Better does matter. Call 970-521-1030. So once again for the Mustangs, they will finish out the season on the road at Skyline. That is the team that they have their one win on. And they're working on a second win of the season here as they lead this 31-22 with 1:44 to go here in the third period. So we'll see if they can keep this up. They have actually pretty well kept their, they have 21 turnovers. They've done I believe that is an improvement from what they have had. So the Mustangs will put on full court pressure as the ball is tipped away, and then a tie-up, and it will remain with the Niwot Cougars, but nice job there by the Mustangs to switch that possession arrow. Another wholesale change for the Niwot Cougars. They bring them all in at one time. So Sales back into the game, Chloe Mitchell into the game, Hazel Awesome into the game, along with Thalia Alvarez, along with Madison Ackerman. 1:36 to go as Niwot to Sales, back to Ackerman. Ackerman in the lane. Shot is going to be up and in, and it does finally go in. I believe that was Chloe Mitchell. And I'm not sure what that call was. Chloe Mitchell with the 3. So that was a foul on Ackerman down there on the inbounds. Get it in, they get it into Marquez. Marquez has got an open lane. Layup is up and no good, going to be rebounded by Alleman. Her shot is up and no good, going to be rebounded by Giselle Sales. And then a foul in the backcourt by Marquez. So on Marquez, that will be her third. So Chloe Mitchell to inbounds for the Cougars. Alvarez into the front court. 1:10 to go. 31-25 into Sales. Now back to Chloe Mitchell. That three is up and no good. Going to be rebounded by Kiera Jimenez. 3 on the night by Jimenez. That is going to be a foul on Ackerman. And she tried to go for the ball and she went over the back of Lauren Swetzik. That is going to be 3 on Ackerman. So they've hit that magic number of 5 here as Lauren Swetzik will go to the line to shoot 2. Spins, shoots off the front of the rim, just short. Still 31-25, 57.1 seconds to go here, third period. Mustangs up 6, 31-25. See if Swetzik can make it 7. That looks a little better. Up and in for Lauren Swetzik. 3 points on the night for Swetzik. Shailene Ramirez in for Charlotte Marquez. (32:25). The clock runs here, under a minute to go, 50 seconds to go. Sales in the lane, going to kick it off up top to Alvarez. Now on the far side to Ackerman. Up top to Sales. That shot is going to be up and no good. Going to be rebounded underneath and finally taken away by Jimenez. That will be 4 for her. Off on the far side now underneath to Taylor. Bounce pass, nice layup, up and good, beautiful play. Taylor back to Lauren Swetzik for the bucket. The give and go, that looked nice. 34-25, back up to 9 points in under 20 seconds. That shot is going to be up, and that's going to be up and good by Alvarez. 4 points on the night for Alvarez. Shailene Ramirez back to Swetzik, 5 seconds to go. She's going to try and get it up. Should be a foul there, but nothing called. Ramirez does not get it off in time. So after 3, the Mustangs lead it by 7, 34-27. We will be back with quarter number 4 here on Morgan County's B106 in the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Brian Nickelback here at Niwot High School as period 4 will start. Mustangs will have possession. They do get it in to Ramirez into the lane. Picks up her dribble now. It's going to be was saved by the Mustangs. Back to Phillips. Now underneath to Alleman, and she tries to get it over to Phillips. But they're going to say it was off of Fort Morgan. I thought it was tipped, but they're going to give it to the Cougars. As the Mustangs started off period 4 with a turnover. On the far side to Sales, back to Alvarez. Her layup is going to be up and no good. Going to be rebounded off of Niwot and out of bounds. Mustangs will take possession. Get it into Ramirez. Should have been over the back on Ackerman, but nothing called. 34-27. 7.5 to go. Yep. It was almost like a double drill. They called it a carry, but she got it pinned on her hip. Did Shailene Ramirez. So turnover number 23 by the Lady Mustangs, 34-27. See if they can continue their offensive. We got a timeout here at the far end. They're trying to get some mats moved as they're hustling across there. This play is slowed for just a minute. Chloe Mitchell into Alvarez. On the near side to Sales, back to Chloe Mitchell on the far side. Now a travel is going to be called on Mitchell. 17 turnovers by the Cougars. 7 in this half. Shailene Ramirez hustles it up, going to kick it off to Jimenez in the corner. She's going to drive it all the way up. Layup is going to be up and no good. Rebounded by Taylor. She just needs to go up with it. Jimenez back up and no good, but she was fouled. See, that foul is going to be on, then it's going to be on Alvarez. That will be her first. So Kiera Jimenez will go to the line to shoot 2. First one was off the back of the rim and no good. This is where the Mustangs can make some easy points, but they haven't shot real well at the free throw line this year. 34-27, 7:07 to go here, fourth period. Next free throw is up and good. Nice looking free throw. And she will take a seat, and Alleman will come in for her. 35-27, 8-point lead here by the Lady Mustangs. Over on the far side to Ackerman. Sales on the left side. Shot is going to be up and good by Giselle Sales. 6 on the night for Sales in the hands of Swetsik as she hustles it up the right sideline. Picks up her dribble. Now she looks to got to give it to somebody. Now to the, she's going to be, okay, 30-second timeout is going to be taken by head coach Brett Anderson. Good thing he did, because Alleman, right after the timeout was called, she stepped out of bounds trying to find somebody to throw that ball to. So 35-29, 6-point lead here by the Lady Mustangs. 6:41 to go here in the contest. Cornerstone Brokers, when looking to buy or sell your home, use a realtor who you can count on. Cornerstone Brokers in Fort Morgan and Brush. Ask for Daleen or Stacy. The Mustangs break their huddle. It is Shailene Ramirez along with Kiera Alleman, Lauren Swetsik, Bella Phillips, and Ava Taylor. Trying to get it in. I don't know why. Alleman was wide open on the near side, and she tried to get it into Taylor underneath and ended up going off of Taylor and out of bounds. So easy inbounds, but thrown away by the Mustangs. Mitchell on the far side to Ackerman, now to Sales. Sales is up at 2, is going to be up and no good, going to be rebounded by Bella Phillips. 4 on the night by Phillips into the hands of Ramirez. As she hustles it up here, she's going to kick it off to Alleman in the corner. Shot is going to be up and no good, but she's going to go to the line to shoot 2. And that foul, I believe, is going to be on, see who that's going to go on. And that will be on Alvarez. That will be her second. So Kiara Alleman will go to the line to shoot 2. She is 1 of 2 in the second period. They need all the points they can get here. That free throw off the front of the rim and no good. As wholesale changes once again here by Niwot. So we'll see if Alleman can get one of them here, make it a 6-point lead, or a 7-point lead, excuse me. Free throw is up, and nothing but the bottom of the net. And Alleman will go out, Marquez will come back in. 36-29. Lady Mustangs, 6:15 to go here in the contest. Peyton Rhodes with a left-handed dribble up top. Now she's going to kick it off to Johnson. She's going to hand it off and taken away by Marquez. Nice job there by Marquez. Marquez all the way down. Her shot is going to be up and no good. Going to be blocked from the back. And Peyton Rhodes will take possession of it. Now to Zekman. Zekman's going to pop for a 3, and that is nothing but the bottom of the net for Ella Zekman. Her second triple of the night. Marquez pulls up. She's going to try a 3 off the back of the rim and no good. Going to be rebounded in the corner by Peyton Rhodes. Mustangs don't need quick shots. They need to work it around underneath once again to Rhodes. And she is going to be called for the travel. Excuse me, that is going to be Katie Adams. 19 turnovers by the Cougars, 24 by the Lady Mustangs, all unofficial. They get it back to Lauren Swetsik. Just over 5 minutes to go, 5:15 to go here, fourth period. 36-32 Fort Morgan. Back to Marquez underneath the Taylor. Now bounce pass back to Marquez. Her layup is going to be up. Going to be too hard. It's going to be rebounded. It's going to be a tie-up, and that will be possession to Niwot. Just a little hard off the glass. Came over the front of the rim. The Mustangs lead at 36-32. 5:02 to go, fourth period, into the hands of Rhodes. Now to Adams, to Meta, and finally taken by the, it was knocked away. That should have been a travel and not nothing called. She changed pivot feet when she went to throw it. Anyway, up top to Adams, over on the far side or near side to Peyton Rose, going to be rebounded by Marquez if she can run it down. Shot by Ramirez up and no good, but right there is Bella Phillips with the cleanup. Bella Phillips with 5 rebounds unofficially. 38-32, big bucket there for the Mustangs. Bella Phillips with the offensive rebound. 4:10 to go, 38-32. Turnaround jumper is going to be up and no good by Johnson. She gets her own rebound back. Now Meta into the hands of Zekman. Zekman back to Meta. Over on the far side to Peyton Rose. Her shot is going to be up and no good. Going to be rebounded. Finally taken away by Meta. Up top to Johnson. That three is up and no good. She gets Bella Phillips with the rebound. And then she throws it right away. And shot is going to be up and good by Zekman. 38-34. Marquez back. Oh, that's a lazy pass. It's going to be a turnover by the Mustangs. Up top to Adams. Over on the far side, now up top to Rhodes. Rhodes is going to get it back. And turnover Niwot. Shailene Ramirez goes to the floor to get it. 38-34. 3 minutes to go. Lady Mustangs. Ramirez by Meta. She's going to drive it all the way down. Her little runner is going to be up in a good. Taylor with a rebound. And she missed it, but it's going to be off of the knee of Adams and out of bounds. 8 rebounds, by the Ava Taylor. As Marquez will take a seat, as will Swetzig. So Alleman has come in along with Jimenez into the hands of Bella Phillips. Back to Alleman. Alleman for a three. Up and short, then rebounded by Phillips. Her jumper is up and no good. Rebounded by Taylor. Her shot up and no good. Back to Phillips. Up and good. Bella Phillips with the bucket. 6-point lead, 40-34 into the hands of Almarez. Over on the far side to Peyton Rhodes. Her shot is going to be an air ball. Rebounded to Bella Phillips. Ramirez left-handed dribble up the left sideline, and it's going to be taken away by Meta. Almarez into the lane. Her little turnaround layup is going to be up and good for Almarez. 6 points on the night for Almarez. A 4-point lead for the Lady Mustangs. 40-36 into the hands now of Alleman on the right wing. Back to it's going to be a bad pass through the hands of Alleman. So turnover number 27 by the Lady Mustangs. Marquez and Swetzig back into the game. Shailene Ramirez, Bella Phillips will take a seat. I can't think that they would be out for very long. Almarez is going to pop for a three, and that's off the side of the rim and no good. Going to be rebounded by Niwot. Oh, it looked like a nice block by Taylor, but they're going to call a foul on the shot with 1:35 to go, 40-36. And it will be Sales to go to the line to shoot 2. Be her first attempt from the free throw line tonight. That is up and air ball. 40-36, 1:35 to go. Ramirez and Phillips back into the game for Alleman and Jimenez. Need a defensive rebound here, girls. As Sales bends, shoots and rolls around and comes out, but a tie up underneath, and that will be possession to the Mustangs. And Niwot will put on pressure once again, as Coach Brett Anderson will take a timeout with 1:33 to go. Mustangs up 40-36. As Peyton Johnson, or not Johnson, that was Giselle Sales, excuse me, that just missed those 2 free throws. So we'll see if the Mustangs can get the ball in against this full court pressure, leading by 4 with 1:33. They're being outscored 9-6 in this 4th period. Shailene Ramirez with 14 on the night. She has not scored here in this 4th period. As Fort Morgan will inbounds far into the court, as they are yet to come out of their huddle, and here they come. It will be Charlotte Marquez, Bella Phillips, Shailene Ramirez, Lawrence Wetzik, and Ava Taylor on the floor for the Mustangs, as the Mustangs look for win number 2 of the season. 40-36, 1:33 as they look to inbounds. Get it into Ramirez. Now, they called her for a travel. That was terrible. She was fouled, she was pushed, and they call a foul, or they call a travel. That will be turnover number 28. 3 from the corner is going to be up and good by Ella Zeckman. That is her second 3 of the period. Now a steal by Niwot, up and no good. And that will be off of, the Mustangs could have got it, but they thought it was off of Niwot. Mustangs said it was off of Fort Morgan. So 40-39, 1:21 to go. They get the ball in. And now a timeout will be taken by Niwot. So Mustangs still with the 1-point lead, 40-39. This was a 7-point game at the end of 3rd period, 34-27. The Mustangs were called for the turnover, called for the travel, but she was, from here anyway, it looked like she was pushed, and then they called the travel. So you still got to get your offense going here, get the ball in and get it up and see if you can get a bucket. Gordon Insurance, be prepared for everything life throws at you. Get car insurance, life insurance, farm insurance, and crop insurance at Gordon Insurance. Visit GordonINS.com today. So a nice crowd here tonight at Niwot, as it will be Chloe Mitchell to inbounds. Now the refs are discussing something down in the far end of the court. Not just real sure what they're discussing. Maybe, where the ball was going to be inbounded at, because they didn't call the timeout until the ball was in play. They had thrown it in, so now the ball will be taken in on the near sideline, as the ref is explaining that to the coach. So I believe Chloe Mitchell, she gets it in to Alvarez. Alvarez keeps that dribble alive. She's going to keep it now to Sales. Sales back to Alvarez. Alvarez is going to drive it all the way down. There's going to be a foul called on Fort Morgan, but it won't be a shooting foul. I believe that will be on Marquez. That will be number 4 on Charlotte. Niwot to inbounds. They do get it. Little jumper from the right baseline is going to be up and in. That's going to be good for Alvarez, and they take the lead. 41-40, a minute to go here. Marquez is going to stop and pop for a 3, and that's an air ball. Going to be saved, but back into Niwot. Foul going to be called on Lawrence Swetzik. Swetzik with her 3rd. So Mustang, the timeout has been called here by Niwot. I believe it was Niwot. Anyway, 51.3 seconds. The Mustangs are now down by 1, 41-40. They've only scored 6 points so far in this period. Niwot has scored 14. Outscored 14-6 here in this 4th period, as they look for win number 2 on the season. Sales will. Sales is going to inbound. It will not be Sales. It will be Chloe Mitchell that will inbounds. Left baseline of the Mustang basket. They do get it into Alvarez. Now back to Mitchell. Up court to Sales. That was a walk. Yes, that was a travel. So turnover by Sales. So the Mustangs now in possession. 42.3 seconds. Phillips and Ramirez back into the game. Mustangs to inbounds far into their basket. And their court was going to be thrown away by the Mustangs on the inbounds. Now a timeout by Niwot. A full timeout will be taken. 36.2 seconds to go. As the Mustangs throwing the ball away here. Too many turnovers here at the end of the game. Bailey Mechanical, getting your house the right temperature is difficult. Call 970-522-0471 and let Bailey Mechanical go to work for you. I thought it was a full timeout, but it looks like it's going to be a 30-second timeout, which is what is out of there. Huddling back out on the floor, 36.2 seconds. Mustangs in possession after the turnover by Niwot, 41-40. Mustangs need a bucket. As they will break the huddle, it will be Charlotte Marquez, Shailene Ramirez, Lauren Swetzik, Ava Taylor, and Bella Phillips. Excuse me, it is possession after the Mustang turnover, as they get it into Sales. Now, foul is called. Foul called on the Mustangs. That will be on Taylor. That will be her. Say that is 3 on Taylor. Taylor will come out. Marquez will come out. As Mitchell gets it into Alvarez, being guarded by Alleman. And now a foul. And that will be team foul number 5. And that is going to be a foul on Lauren Swetzik. That will be her 4th. So going to the line will be Alvarez. Be her first trip to the line tonight. 41-40, 29.4 seconds. The Mustangs are down. That free throw is off the side of the rim and no good. Marquez and Taylor back into the game for Alleman and Kiera Jimenez. The Mustangs need a defensive rebound here. 29.4 seconds. Free throw is up off the rim and no good. Going to be rebounded by Ramirez. said she stepped out of bounds. So turnover, Lady Mustangs stepped on the sideline, 41-40, 25.4 seconds. Back into the game is Alleman and Jimenez. Bella Phillips and Taylor will come out. Into Alvarez. Oh, and then Marquez with the foul. So that will send Alvarez back to the line to shoot. Marquez has just fouled out, I do believe. So Charlotte Marquez will foul out. With 24.5 seconds to go, it will be Alvarez back to the line to shoot two, where she just missed two. So Taylor and Phillips will come in. Marquez will take a seat as she is disqualified with the 5 fouls. Alleman will take a seat. Thalia Alvarez. Free throw number 1 is nothing but the bottom of the net. Lead by 2, 42-40, Niwot. Mustangs have gone cold here in this fourth period, only 6 points. Free throw number 2 is up off the rim and no good. Rebounded by Alvarez, though. They've got the foul to get the ball back, and they finally do. Let's see if that is on Swessick. She will be out. Not sure who it was on. It will be on Kiera Jimenez. It will be her first. So back to the line, it will be Alvarez. Free throw is up and off the back of the rim and no good. So still a one possession game here with 18.8 seconds, 42-40. Free throw number 2 is up off the back of the rim, no good. Going to be rebounded by Sales. Could not. Now it's going to be Alvarez once again, as she is going to be fouled. That will once again be on Kiera Jimenez. But they will send Alvarez back to the line to shoot 2. She bounces, shoots, nothing but the bottom of the net. They give her enough opportunity. She's going to do it. She's going to make one. She is 2 of 8 here at the end of the game. At the end of the game, excuse me. 43-40, still a one possession game. As the Mustangs will take a full timeout here with 13.5 seconds to go, down 43-40. They led this whole game until a couple of minutes ago. As they have only scored 6 points in this fourth period. They've been outscored 10, as the Niwots have scored 16 in this period. So if Alvarez makes foul shot number 2, it will be a 4-point lead, a 2-possession game, unless they can make a 3 and be fouled. The Mustangs looked like they were going to get win number 2 on the season, but if she makes this, it's going to be tough. That is up and nothing but the bottom of the net. So a 4-point lead as they get it in to Jimenez, down to 10 seconds. Jimenez pass is going to be intercepted. Into the hands of Alvarez, excuse me, and that is the way the ball game will come to an end. What a shame for the Fort Morgan Mustangs. They played one of their better games of the year as they fall by a count of 44-40. We will take a break and be back with the post-game show here on Morgan County's B106 and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Brian Nickelback here at Niwot High School as the girls fall on a heartbreaker 44-40. The Mustang post-game show is brought to you by Advanced Agri Solutions. Get a full plan of seed, food, and water for your field. Now is the time to begin your planning for next year's growing season. Call Dusty or Roxy at 970-571-2024. Scoring for the Niwot Lady Cougars. Leading the way tonight was Ella Zekman with 15. She had 3 threes tonight. She is followed by Thalia Alvarez with 11. 6 for Giselle Sales. 5 apiece for Chloe Mitchell and Peyton Rhodes. And then 2 for Hattie Adams for their 44 points. For the Mustangs tonight, Shailene Ramirez led the way with 14. She was held scoreless in that fourth period. She only had 3 in the second half. She had 11 in the first half. She was 4 of 4 from downtown in the game. So anyway, she ended up with 14 points. Bella Phillips was next with 12. 5 points for Lauren Swetzik. Kiera Alleman contributed 4, Charlotte Marquez with 2, and Kiera Jimenez with 1. And as far as free throws go, not a lot free throws shot tonight. The Mustangs were 4 of 8. The Cougars were only 3 of 12. But those 3 came right at the end of the game when they needed it to get those last 3 points to get it up to 44. So tough night for the Lady Mustangs as they commit 31 turnovers. The Cougars with 22. Unofficially, the Mustangs had a good rebounding night as they had 30 and the Cougars with 18. Fouls, Charlotte Marquez fouled out here late in the fourth quarter. Lauren Swetzik with 4. For the Cougars, Madison Ackerman had 3 fouls. That's the most anybody had for them. But the Mustangs led after 1, 12-8. They led 22-17 at half, led 34-27, but then were outscored 17-6 in the fourth period for the 44-40 defeat here at Niwot. So we will take another break and be back with more of the post-game show here on Morgan County's B106 and the Eastern Plains Sports Network.